Hey everybody, welcome back to my little corner of the world here in Vintage Story. In the last episode, I did a whole bunch of animal wrangling trying to get some sheep, well, what I thought were sheep, over into the pens, and it turned out to be just a sheep and a goat, both male. Now, I really haven't been able to do anything more to try to get their partners around. I haven't seen any partners available. And honestly, I'm getting a little tired of winter. It's nothing but snow and cold out. I'm tired of it. So while I could try to head south and go to warmer climates, yeah, such a thing exists. Um, I think I'm going to have to go pretty far in order to get to somewhere warmer, and I don't want to make that kind of journey right now. You see my armor? It's looking a little worse for wear, isn't it? I have used every bit of my copper. In fact, the entire time that I have been in the Copper Age, I've felt like I've been just barely scraping by. I need a lot of copper for all the things that we want to do. I need to make more chests, I need to repair my armor, I need to just do a whole bunch more stuff. So I really need to find more copper, and I've been scared to go away from the house. Again, because of winter. But on previous excursions when I've been prospecting, it says that there's ultra high native copper in kind of most of this green area. But this one up here at 27% is the highest. We've got 24, 24, 27, and we even get, wow, up into the 32s up into here. So this kind of whole area seems to be, well, it's supposed to be rich with copper. But I went into one and I did some prospecting and I couldn't find anything. But I think that's because copper can spawn near the surface in small amounts or down deep in much larger. And so I want to go prospecting and I want to go down deep because I think I can find some high amounts of copper in those areas. But like I said, yeah, I want to go down deep. So that's my goal for this episode, is to do some exploring deep. One, it gets me out of the snow, and two, it gets me that much needed copper. But one thing I want to make before we head out there is a new item called a mining sack. The mining bag replaces one of the back slots that we've got down here, but it gives you a massive 10 slots for holding things. Now, it says it can only hold stone, ores, minerals, etc., but that's exactly what we're going for. And I want to save all of those rocks that I can. So a mining bag seems to be a really great item to make. So we need one twine, one linen, and a couple of plates. I'm not sure that it needs to be bronze specifically, but there we go. We need the mining bag. Now, in order to utilize it, I'm going to have to get rid of one of these hunter backpacks, which shouldn't be a problem. And there we go. We have our 10 extra slots that the mining bag gives us. And it's very interesting that it colors it blue because, well, it doesn't really give us a reason why, but we know that it's only because of stones and other materials. Like flint can go in there, but sticks cannot. All right, good enough. I feel like that's a really good improvement right there, especially because we're going mining. Now, in addition to the nearly dead pick that I have, I've got two other picks that I've been able to make in between time. So one's got a little bit of damage, but one is brand new. Oh, interesting. My picks can also go into my bag, my mining bag. Well, that's great. I've also been hard at work making bread. Food is always an issue, so I'm thinking a couple stacks of bread and I'll be able to last a good long time down in the mines. Also, a little bit of dirt would be great. Well, that's funny. I absolutely expected dirt to go into a mining bag, but a little bit of dirt will be great for, well, just general. And a whole bunch of ladders, because I intend to be going more or less straight down. I think that's going to be the best way to, one, get deep, and two, try to make the discovery of where the copper might be. Once we get to the bottom, well, we can do a little bit of branch mining and try to find something there. But what I want to do is avoid going into caves. Caves are where bad things are, and I don't want to deal with them. So if I go into a cave, we'll just probably turn around and head home. Another thing that I want to take is clay, because as I showed earlier, I can surround the clay with rocks. The clay doesn't go in the mining bag either. Oh, goodness. Well, anyway, I can surround the clay with extra rocks and make cobblestone, which I do want cobblestone, so this will be a way to basically reduce the amount of rocks that I'm bringing back by being able to make it up into cobblestone on the fly. I can also utilize this dirt to turn it into path blocks just as easily. And lastly, one thing I want to use is a temporal gear. I found out what they do. One of the things that they can do is that they can set your spawn to come back on a particular block, which if I happen to make a mistake in the cave, I'd rather come back here than somewhere, well, than my spawn, which is up over there. So this is my little hidey hole for now, so I'm going to use this. Okay. That's weird and interesting. And I guess set my spawn right there. Nice. Now, hopefully I don't need it. That'll be really sad. Remember, I have not yet died in this world. I know it seems strange. I've made it to winter. I've battled a bear. I've killed a few wolves. I've survived the temporal storms, of course, as well as lots of drifter encounters, and got a ram to headbutt me a whole bunch of times trying to get it to a new pen. But I haven't died, and I don't plan on changing that this episode either. Alright, well, it seems like it's morning, so I am on my way out. Oh, all of this dirt here? This is to try to save my medium fertility soil. This farmland is not laid out in a very organized manner, and I want it to be organized. It's laid out based on where the lake was that used to be here. So I put down some blocks of dirt right here in order to try to convert the farmland underneath it back into regular dirt tiles. Because if I dig up the tilled farmland, it just goes away. It breaks and it's not recovered. And I kind of want to recover all of this medium fertility soil so that I can relay it out in a regular pattern. This lack of regularity is kind of hurting my OCD a little bit. But, oh well, that is a problem for a different day. Let's get going and hope we can catch something interesting in the mines. Now this is where I had previously entered into the mountain and done some exploring. There's another one somewhere else. I am going to put down stones on all of these things so that they become non-spawnable. We don't want to have any problems with drifters behind us, and we'll at least get started down in this direction. And for the rest of it, well, I'm just going to block it up as well because I just want to be safe. And as far as going directly down, I always want to be standing on the 2 blocks. I'm going to dig down 2 blocks at a time because it's safer. It would prevent me from falling down into a cave if I had happened to break through and fall into one, right? I at least know that I've got a block underneath me. I think the other thing that will be useful is to do a prospecting node search every few levels. But I really don't expect to find very much, at least until we get deeper. And I hope that we will find things once we do get deeper. But I think I'm going to try to check for about every 5 levels or so. I don't know. We'll see. So I guess I'll come back when I find something interesting or we get to the bottom. Whoa! I dug right down onto the copper. Wow! I was just getting ready to do a node search. So I'm down at like level 70. Nice. Oh, this will be great. Now, unfortunately, it is poor quality copper, but at this point, I will take all that I can get, honestly. And then what do we got right underneath it? Quartz. I don't really need quartz yet, but it'll be really good to know that it's here. But for now, I'm going to focus on digging out all of the copper that I can here. And hopefully it's a lot, but you never really know, you know? Well, it seems like I've mined out this copper vein, and what did we get? Okay, so a stack and 5 of poor quality copper. Not as much as I was hoping. Let's see if there's still stuff around. I mean, we know there's quartz, I can see it. But it still says there's medium amounts of copper and huge amounts of quartz. So, well, okay. Missed that one. But there's definitely still some copper around to be had. Good. I've moved down a few levels. Let's see if we're getting any copper readings down here. Yeah, trace amounts of copper. So the copper seems to be on this level, and we've just got to dig a little bit more for it. I kind of don't want to just dig out all the quartz, although I imagine I will want the quartz eventually, but I do want to find the copper. So I guess if we get quartz in the process, that's not a bad thing. But I'm going to dig a little tunnel here and see if we can get into some copper somewhere along the way here. I think we must be nearing another copper vein because this one, well, right there, very large amounts of copper is what it says right now. And, ooh, this is nice. And this is medium quality. So honestly, I feel like if I pick any spot in these mountains and just go straight down, I will probably get into some copper. And I've been missing a pretty big opportunity by not doing so this whole time. Nice. I want it all. We need lots of copper, remember? Well, this was a very large one indeed. I probably still have some that I could get, but let's do a test. Trace amounts. I mean, I'm happy with that. Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's probably some still around. It does have a way of getting hidden behind things. But now we've got a lot more. I got a full stack and a half of medium quality stuff, plus another large chunk. Kind of wanted to bring my hammer with me so that I could equalize all these out, but that's pretty darn good. I'm happy with that. Wow. So I've been going around and doing some more digging. I've got large amounts down that pokey hole and very large amounts down that pokey hole. Kind of hard to believe, isn't it? And my bag is pretty full. I have been so close to all this copper and struggling for so long. Wow. Now I know that I've got so much so nearby. It's really great. I love it. I didn't think it could get bigger than very large, but now it's huge. Oh, do I see some in the... I see some in the ceiling up there. Awesome! Oh, and this is rich. Very large or huge ore deposits and rich. Oh, this will be all the copper I ever need, I think. Well, I've done a really good job of putting stones down all over behind me. But there's a growler somewhere. I don't really know where. And I don't know why they would have spawned, but now I got to be extra careful. Because I might have, yeah, one of them coming after me. But for right now, I'm rather enjoying all of the copper that I'm finding. It's pretty amazing. Well, I guess we can still have drifters spawning down here in spite of all of the rocks. I either missed a spot or the rocks don't really matter. But let's go check. No, I don't think I missed a spot. And it sounds like I've got a few more drifters to go through on the way home. I guess just getting home might be a bit of a challenge as well. Wow. My pick is almost dead. My pack is pretty well full, and there's still more copper to be found. This area is immensely rich with copper. This was the best decision I ever made. I found it so quick, though, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of the episode. Well, it's time to head home. Let's go home and see how much we got in total. I will say, it certainly feels good to be outside, even though I was complaining about being outside. Oh, but I am really happy with that trip. But all told, I don't even want to try to count how much that is. That's a lot. Let's get it all chopped up into chunks and nuggets and see how much the grand total is. I have a feeling I will be incredibly impressed. Wow. Wow. 15 full stacks plus another 80, as well as all the quartz that I mined up. And it really wasn't that bad on the resources. I went through maybe half a stack of bread, a half of the ladders that I'd made, and my poor hammer's about dead. But honestly, I never in my wildest dreams imagined that I would get that much copper from that trip. Whoa. All right, well, I guess we are well set for anything I might need. Like more chests. How about a sickle? How about switching only to copper and bronze tools? No more flint stuff. Oh, I like the sound of that. And it's so much that I think I need to be using a crate, and honestly, one crate probably isn't enough. Alright, well, one crate was enough, but a total of 2,000 copper nuggets. Simply incredible. But that will have to wait. We've got a little bit of light that I want to take advantage of, and I want to go check out the traps that are nearby. See if I've got anything new. It looks like we've got a raccoon. And I think both of my traps are sprung. I don't know. Definitely don't care about a raccoon, and hopefully, decent weight, we'll have some fat. Nope, but a little bit of meat is always good. I just can't tell on the traps whether they have something in them or not. It looks like no. It looks like the raccoon ate the grass out of them, and it's just the traps. But that's all right. Also, I'm noticing this is only 2 blocks deep. If I want to catch a goat, I'm going to need a little bit more depth here. So let's make this a little deeper, and maybe we can catch something a little bigger. Ugh, it's darkness. I think I've got another trap here. Whoa! Yeah! The wolf has been giving me some troubles in and around the house, and I am glad to be rid of it. Oh, nice. Nice hides and some fat. I think same thing goes for this trap, though. Make it a little bit deeper. I thought I heard a goat around here. Oh, I think that might be a goat right there. Wow. Okay. Male goat or female goat? I don't really care. I want it. Well, the walls do work pretty well. I just don't have a whole lot of dirt with me. So I'll do what I can. Here we go. Ozone the old sheep herder once again. Or goat herder. Oh, yeah, it looks like it's going straight for the trap. Yes! Yes, it looks like it went into the trap. Oh, we got another goat. I can't tell whether it's male or female. It's getting too dark. But I'll come back in the morning with some ladders and let's see what we've got. Well, I spent the night making up some new tools and doing a little pottery, but I am excited this morning to get out and see about this goat that I trapped. Kind of a surprise that I actually found it and trapped it, but I'm really glad. I'm going to be very disappointed if it's not a female. I don't really know. It probably isn't. Get those in place. What are you? Stay still. It's a female! Oh, yay! It's a female! Oh. Well, I guess we know where the female went to, and now we got another big task of getting her back into the pen. I'm sure it'll be worth it in the end, and this one's a little bit closer than the other one is. Well, this is a conundrum. I've got another goat, like, kicking at the fence, trying to get into the pig pen. I highly doubt that I can do anything other than scare it away, but I don't think it's the same goat that I had trapped. I honestly don't have any idea. But I guess it's worth trying. I was just out here going to start building up the pen. I guess I'll just... Oh, they just ran away. I can't say I'm terribly surprised. Well, apparently they're not too far away. Let me go check and see if that's the goat that I trapped, or feel like I have trapped. Yep, she's gone. Somehow, she's gone. I have no idea. That is 4 blocks, and the only thing there is in there is these ladders, and I guess that's it. I guess it's the ladders that somehow enabled the goat to get out. Okay, here I was thinking this was not going to be that bad, that I had a bit of experience and that I'd be able to do it fairly easily. Yep, they proved me wrong yet again. She's taunting me. She's in my garden now, and apparently can leap up a 3 block tall... Oh, there she goes. I was going to say, apparently can leap over a 3 block tall thing, and but can't get over a regular wall. But she absolutely seems to be wanting to stay around and stay near the male goat. So how about I make a nice little way for her to do that? And I do have a whole bunch of fences. So let me plop down a bunch of fences and see if that doesn't actually contain her. I don't have a lot of hopes. She seems to want to be in there. So, tell you what, head on in there. Wow, she can't get over the wall. That's pretty amazing. Oh, There she goes. It looks like she might actually... No, she can't get through the fence. And now she's probably going to turn around and run the other way. Well, she does seem to have problems getting through fences. So what if I do that? Will you go in there? Will you get in there now? No. All right. There. It's a clear path. Get in there. Oh, yay! Happy days! Happy days! Well, now they can both be running around like crazy together. At some point, I'll separate them out because I like to keep the male kind of separated from the female, especially because they sometimes get a little angry. But, oh, I am so happy! They're finally together, and they do seem to be contained. Yay! And you know what? Even though it is only mid-February, it does seem like the sun is getting higher in the sky and the days are brighter and longer. So it seems like winter is on its way out. And that couldn't make me any happier. Yeah, so honestly, I'm so happy for that. Well, it is a beautiful day now that I know that I've got my 2 goats captured. It was quite the ordeal. I've also managed to get them separated. So we've got the male over here with a trough with some food, and the female over here who says she's eaten 6 portions. I've given her the bigger space, clearly, and I've got some more food right here for her to eat. I really like the idea of putting the trough underneath the fence. I have proven that they can get to it, that she can get to it and eat out of it, and it doesn't interfere with the regular fencing. So, yay! We're going to have some little goat babies. Hopefully we can check back later and see that is the case. So it's time to move on to the next project, and that is getting our cranberries and currant field all set up out here. Now, so far I've found 3 different kinds of currant bushes. We've got the white, the black, and the red currant bushes, and I don't have all that many of them. But then there's the cranberry bushes, and I've got a lot more of them. So I think I might set up a couple rows of cranberries and maybe just 1 row of each. But I also want to continue the theme of using these andesite walls. So I think I want to have a good bit of space here before starting the field. So let's just put down some walls. Oh, of course I put the walls right on top of the old path blocks, but that's all right. That's all right. All the way around on the inside of the walls, I want to have these half slabs because this should prevent spawning, and it's the path's half slabs, so that should also enable me to move a little faster. And then as we're going along, I want to have half slabs in the middle with bushes on either side. So this would be, say, cranberry bushes on either side. And like I said, I think I want to do 2 rows of cranberries. So we can do that. And yep, I should have a good amount of room. All right, so the next one over here, let's put our white currants. And remember, I found out that it really doesn't matter what kind of soil they're planted on. I made a bit of an oopsie by putting them onto good soil. So we've been able to rectify that. All right, so let's go with now the black currant bushes on either side of this one. And finally down this one, we have our red currant bushes, which is the one that I have the most of. And unfortunately, I'm a little close to the hill, but I had planned on taking this hill back even further to keep it secure. I absolutely could have moved this over just a little bit, but all in all, I'm happy with the layout. I'm just going to have to continue with the fencing all the way around and continue with the path blocks as much as I can. But given that it looks like spring is coming, the sun is certainly getting higher in the sky, the days are certainly getting longer, and the temperature, well, the temperature's still pretty cold. So, but soon enough, these things will start growing, and I want to get the farm all set up. Yeah, basically, I don't want to miss any growing time because as soon as these guys are ripe, I'm going to be wanting to eat them. My fruit consumption is all the way at the bottom, of course. You know, that's expected. So I want to get that fixed kind of as quickly as possible. But yay, progress. This is doing pretty good. Hey, checking in on our female goat here, and yep, is pregnant. Yay! Ah, it finally worked. I'm liking it. Yeah, that's great. Ooh, I just got the notice. There is a heavy temporal storm approaching, and I went away from the house. I sure hope I can make it back. I am running like there's no tomorrow. I made it. Ooh, I'm gonna get in my little hidey hole and try to stay safe. Yeah, a heavy temporal storm. Never been through a heavy temporal storm. I do certainly hope that there is some small radius around the player that cannot spawn mobs, but I don't think that's the case. I think they can just spawn anywhere. I really wonder what the difference is between the light temporal storm and the heavy temporal storm. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Well, maybe I did something. After I got back to the house, I had to shut the game down and take a break real quick. So when I came back, I thought I might be ready for the temporal storm. But the temporal storm didn't happen. Maybe closing the game down is a way to abort the temporal storm? I really would be surprised if that was the case, but I don't know. Maybe it just takes longer when it says it's approaching? Well, I guess we'll find out in the end. But I certainly don't know what to do in the meantime while I'm waiting for the storm to approach. I guess maybe I'll just try to go to sleep. I mean, it's not very late, but that might be the best thing to do under the circumstances. Nope, I wake up in the middle of the temporal storm. Alright, well, I am hiding out here in the hidey hole, and I've got a bunch of blocks just in case I decide to barricade myself in even more. Oh yeah, I moved the hidey hole and made it just a smidge bigger because this is also my cellar, my food cellar. Oh, let's hope we don't get any bad guys in here, but man, my wheel is spinning fast. Let's hope it's over fast, too. I see a bad guy outside. It's so hard to hear them growl over all the other noises, but yeah, so far I'm doing well in here. Wait till the storm's over and then I'll go get him. Ooh, the wheel's going backwards. Yeah. I see the one guy there. I saw two guys in the house, though. Where are they at? Aw. Come here, guy. I want to get rid of you. Whoa. That really hurt. Nightmare Drifter. Oh. Wow. I think I'll just maybe wait a little bit then. Oh. I survived a heavy temporal storm. The first. I did it by hiding, which is a totally valid way of doing it, I would say. But I survived. I survived. Well, now that we've made it through the storm, what does today hold? It's a beautiful day out here. And unfortunately, I've come to learn, after much experimentation, that you cannot turn farmland back into regular dirt. I do really want to reorganize this thing, so I guess I'm just going to have to live with destroying a bunch of medium fertility soil so that I can get it back in place. Now, I understand the reason why. The soil has properties, so if you were able to convert it back... What in the world is that noise? Oh! She birthed the pigs. The piglets are born. Wow. I hope that they're not dying? Because there's a lot of... Oh my. Yeah, she does not like me being around the piglets. Okay, let's get out of here. Nope. Nope. Oh. Okay. That was a mistake. I was just trying to save the piglets and that they might have trouble with the snow. But she did not like that. Oh. Not like that at all. Oh well, I guess it'll be what it'll be. But the piglets are born. Wow, that really caught me off guard. I hope they'll be okay. For now, let's just lock them back in. Anyway, as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh, as I was saying, yeah, the soil has nutrition, and if you could just turn it back into regular soil by digging it up, then you could turn around and it would basically reset it. And you could just turn it around, put it back down, and you wouldn't have to worry so much about the nutritional value in the soil. So I understand where it's coming from, but at the same time, it's a little annoying that it's not something that can be done. So I've got to decide, do I want to try to keep my medium fertility soil, or do I need to satisfy my OCD? And I think I need to satisfy my OCD, that's the problem. So I'm going to be digging up and replanting a lot of this. On the plus side, somehow all of this rye actually survived. I'm really surprised. I expected absolutely everything to die during the winter, and it still gets very cold out here. As you can see, the water is obviously frozen up, but the rye didn't die, and I'm really quite surprised about that. But for now, I guess I got some digging to do. There we go. That looks so much better. And honestly, I didn't have to dig up too much of the soil, and I didn't have to destroy any of the rye that I've got going here either. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's really nice. I am not so happy with the squealing of those baby pigs. I mean, I'm happy that they're there, yes, but they're also really annoying. They're not very pretty sounding. But as always, it's about dark, and it's about time to be heading in. And I guess that's a pretty good place to leave this episode. Again, making some really good progress, and again, working my way through winter. Yep, we've still got a ways to go, but the light is at the end of the tunnel, and I'm looking forward to some spring. So thanks for making it to the end of the video, and I really hope that you're enjoying the series. Please leave me a comment down below and letting me know. I really appreciate the feedback, quite honestly. Well, I guess that's it for now. Remember, be excellent to each other. I'm out.